Welcome back to Hashtag That. I'm Wildcats Flynn.
And I'm Sean Volukovich. From the Paul brothers to the Legend of Zelda, we're back with the latest entertainment news and updates.
All that and more. From Ham to Hollywood, we are your source for Quinnipiac's entertainment news.
From Hamden to Hollywood,
we are your source for Quinnipiac's entertainment news. Joe Gatto, best known for his role in the comedy series Impractical Jokers, is facing multiple allegations of inappropriate behavior, including misconduct involving teenage girls. Two teenagers have accused Gatto of engaging in inappropriate interactions with them, which include boundary-crossing behavior. These claims come shortly after a TikTok user alleged that Gatto sexually assaulted her following a show in Milwaukee in 2023. A former employee also accused him of unwanted behaviors, such as becoming flirtatious when she turned 18 and requesting back massages. In response to the allegations, Gatto issued a statement acknowledging poor judgment and apologizing for violating the trust of those close to him. However, he denied any accusations of assault, stating such actions are not reflective of his character. Amid the controversy, he announced entering an inpatient treatment program and canceled his upcoming tour dates.
Roger Daltrey, the iconic frontman of The Who, recently shared troubling news about his health during a live performance for the Teenage Cancer Trust. Speaking candidly on stage, Daltrey revealed that he is experiencing significant hearing loss and is also now dealing with vision impairment. He described these challenges as part of aging, but expressed gratitude that his voice remains strong, allowing him to continue performing. His remarks included a reference to Tommy, The Who's famous 1969 rock opera about a character who loses his sight, hearing, and ability to speak, a poignant nod to his own struggles. Daltrey's health issues are not entirely new. He has previously spoken about hearing loss caused by prolonged exposure to loud music during decades of performances. His latest revelation highlights the physical toll of his long career while showcasing his resilience and commitment to his craft. Fans have expressed admiration for his openness and perseverance as he navigates these health setbacks.
Sydney Sweeney has reportedly called off her wedding to Jonathan Davino due to significant issues in their relationship. The couple, who began dating in 2018 and became engaged in 2022, had planned to marry this May but have now postponed the ceremony indefinitely. Sources indicate that the decision stems from ongoing challenges, including Sweeney's demanding work schedule and the strain it plays on their relationship. While they are not officially separated, they are said to be working through their difficulties, but have stopped discussing wedding plans for now. The couple's relationship has faced public scrutiny, particularly during Sweeney's promotional activities for projects. Rumors about her closeness with co-stars have added tension. Though Sweeney has previously dismissed such claims as false, despite these challenges, she referred to Davino as her best friend in past interviews and emphasized the importance of keeping parts of her personal life private.
The Sundance Film Festival is officially moving to Boulder, Colorado, starting in 2027, ending its 40-year run in Park City, Utah. The decision comes after a year-long search for a new location, with Boulder chosen over other finalists like Cincinnati and a joint bid from Salt Lake and Park City. The move addresses long-standing challenges in Park City, including limited theater capacity and rising accommodation costs, which have constrained the festival's growth. The relocation is backed by a 10-year agreement with $34 million in tax incentives from Boulder officials. Colorado leaders, including Governor Jared Polis, have expressed excitement about the economic opportunities this move will bring, from job creation to support for local businesses. While this marks an exciting new chapter for Sundance, it also represents a significant economic loss for Utah, where the festival has historically generated over $100 million annually.
You know, Sean, some people really just love to yap, but tend to not realize when it gets themselves into trouble until too late. Let's hear it from Aaron Russell on who slipped up this week.
Thanks, guys. These stars seem to be having a rough week, but we can't feel too bad when it's their own fault, and it provides us some entertainment. Now, just as we're done talking about Blake Lively, her movie star hubby just had to chime in. In a commentary track released with the actor and director Sean Levy, he admitting to casting his 7-year-old daughter as Kidpool and having her deliver a sexually explicit line in the film Deadpool and Wolverine. To add on, his daughter Inez was hesitant to say the line and even changed her mind just as Reynolds was looking for other actors. He said, quote, "I am Father of the Year over here for allowing her to say such language, which, to her credit, she really didn't want to say," end quote. To make matters even worse, Levy commented that they had Inez say, quote, 70 to 500 versions of that line, end quote. Viewers are in agreement that the young girl absolutely did not have to say that line. One Reddit user posted, quote, "There's no reason she needed to deliver that line herself. It's a character with a mask and no visible mouth. It could easily have been dubbed over," end quote. Who knows what gossip awaits from the Reynolds family, but #that will be waiting. Moving on, body positivity influencer Remy Bader is in hot water with fans after revealing her intense weight loss journey. Bader's social media presence has been all about embracing your body and being confident, but fans are quick to comment on her rapid weight loss. After months of speculation, Bader admitting to going under the knife, in an interview with Khloe Kardashian, Bader explained the surgery that removed 80% of her stomach and lost more than 140 pounds in less than a year. Fans are not shying away from sharing their thoughts. One user posted, quote, "The part that made people mad is she tried to make it look like she worked out and ate right and then blocked anyone who called her out about it," end quote. Bader now advocates for privacy and not owing any explanations or reasoning to anyone but herself. Finally, on again, off again couple Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly welcomed their first child together this past week, a girl. They announced the pregnancy in November, but their relationship has not been smooth sailing. In fact, it was reported that the pair split soon after the announcement and closed all lines of communication. Megan Fox's ex-husband Brian Austin Green was not afraid to share his opinion on their messy split. Now, after the baby's debut, Green posted an Instagram DM he received from Kelly. The message read, quote, "Stop asking me when our child is going to be born. You the feds. Quit calling TMZ and focus on that. Apology you owe me for speaking on my name in public," end quote. It seems that Kelly has more to worry about as drama with his new baby mama unfolds. Rumors have it the split has been messy. The Transformers actress and Green share 3 children together in the new blended family. That's it for this week's Hot Goss. We're a bit worn out after that, so let's take a quick commercial break before we get back to it.
Do you enjoy debating Quinnipiac sports?
That's all flash, no cash. She didn't net it in the back of the net. That's not even a goal.
What are you doing pulling out rhymes?
That's like a crossover with a missed layup.
Bobcat Breakdown is the place for you, with debate, analysis, and so much more.
Mate Marinov. He is good, but oh man, is he bad. And
that team is amazing. How do you not put Fairfield Women's College?
Tune in to Bobcat Breakdown every Tuesday night at 9:30 p.m. on Q30TV.com/watch.
Buckle up! Nobody is more prepared for an emergency than Dogman.
With all your kung fu skills and your K9 42 or whatnot.
But for the rest of us, a good plan goes a long way.
Come on, let's go!
So, whether it's an unexpected disaster or the world's most evilest cat bent on destroying all do-gooders,
Destroy all do-gooders!
you can help your family be ready for anything.
No time to waste. Will you get out of here?
Get started today at ready.gov/kids.
From vloggers to professional boxers, the Pauls now have their own reality show on Max, and here to give their opinions is Erin Christensen.
Hey hashtag, it's Erin, and I just finished watching the first episode of Paul American so that you don't have to. Or, as Jake Paul calls it, the testosterone Kardashians. Anyways, let's get right into it because I have lots of thoughts. Right off the bat, I'm not really sure what this show is trying to be. Is it a reality show? Is it a documentary? Is it an extended advertisement for Prime? Because I swear there is not one frame where you don't see a Prime energy drink just lurking in the background. So if you're expecting something exciting, maybe some new drama, entertainment, you are just completely out of luck here. Because the whole thing, it's about the creation of the show. instead of actually making a show that is worth your while and worth watching. It's basically like a behind-the-scenes documentary for a movie that hasn't even been created yet. Oh, and of course, Jake's fight with Mike Tyson is one of the main focuses. They talk about it like it is the biggest event in history. But at this point, what more is there to say? You've seen all the press, all the promotions, all the social media posts, the fights itself. This isn't new information. It's just the same talking points repackaged for the 100th time. Okay, next, the editing was kind of all over the place. The first 7 minutes are supposed to introduce you to the family, but instead you get thrown into a bunch of random clips from all different times in their lives, and it's kind of disorienting as a viewer. There's no real intros, no structures, just chaos. Like they assume you already know the full history of every person on screen. And then there's the Jake and Logan rivalry. I mean, they're clearly trying to revive that old tension from their YouTube days, but it just feels so completely forced. The whole conflict is that Jake is mad at Logan for having an opinion about his fight. That's it. That's the drama. It feels like they're still making content for 12-year-olds, but their audience isn't 12 years old anymore. And that's just the real issue. There's absolutely nothing new here. So with that being said, my final rating is a 0 out of 10 hashtags. If you're a fan, you'll probably just watch it anyway. But if you're looking for something that's actually worth your time, skip it. You're not missing anything. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys. Back to you at the desk.
A lot of big things are happening in gaming this year.
Oh yeah, there is. Like, did you see in the new Nintendo Direct that they revealed the virtual game?
Sean, I know how excited you get about video games, but this time we're going to hand things off to Patrick Silvera, so let's put our iPads away and get plugged in.
Thanks guys. Unfortunately, we are a few days shy of Nintendo's Switch 2 showcase and the Minecraft movie, but there's still been some interesting developments for you today. The live-action Legend of Zelda movie has finally received its long-awaited release date. Nintendo announced that the movie will release on March 26, 2027. Creator of the Zelda franchise, Shigeru Miyamoto, is set to produce the project, alongside Marvel Studios founder Avi Arad. While we received no other information besides the release date, fans are relieved to know that Nintendo still plans to go through with the project. The release date is only 1 week apart from Sonic 4, sparking competition. The film adds to Nintendo's growing line of video game film adaptations, including Detective Pikachu and the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Fans are excited to see if the live-action film will follow a new original story or adapt one from the franchise's long history. While we wait for the movie, there are countless hours of Zelda games available to keep fans busy. Keeping on the news wave with Nintendo, the company has just announced a new Tomodachi Life game titled Tomodachi Life Living the Dream. After over 10 years, the game features customizable Mii characters who are given different personalities and stats. The characters are able to interact within a small community, similar to the popular series The Sims. A trailer showcased some of the gameplay that will be featured in the next game, with a lot of functions returning from the original title. The game will also feature graphical upgrades as it will be released on the new Nintendo Switch 2. In the meantime, we can wait for some updates from Nintendo while we wait for Tomodachi Life Living the Dream, releasing in 2026. Moving over to Sony, some new details about Ghost of Yotei have surfaced. Sucker Punch Studios have been relatively quiet since the reveal of the game last year. The game is the sequel to the 2020 Game of the Year nominee, Ghost of Tsushima. Following Atsu, the protagonist, she explores Japan after the Age of Samurai in search of the killers of her family. Described as a journey filled with fury and determination, players will embark on a quest for retribution. Along with the new original cast of characters and narrative, the game will feature new weapons and areas for players to use and explore. Fans are excited to experience the new gameplay upgrades as Ghost of Tsushima was praised for its innovative movement and combat mechanics. While the release date has not yet been announced, Sucker Punch Studios has confirmed it will be sometime in 2025. Well, that's it for this week's Plugged In. I may be logging off, but you guys are going to want to plug back into the desk for what's next after this commercial break.
No, I'm not gambling.
Live from the piazza, it's Quinnipiac tonight!
Emma, did you hear?
Todd's in the hospital.
Who's Todd? He got a collapsed lung from vaping. He thought it was cool.
Not cool.
Promise you won't vape, Emma. It can lead to a lifelong addiction. And we can't be friends if your lungs collapse.
Bogus.
Wacky sitcom teens aren't the best people to talk to your kid about vaping.
Hey, you got a minute?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
Marvel Studios went big and revealed a huge chunk of the lineup of who's coming back for the upcoming film Avengers Doomsday. Here to break it all down is...
Didn't you hear? JJ had to back out last minute, so the segment got cut.
Are you serious?
Yeah, sorry, man. I know how excited you were for this, but it is what it is.
Well, you know what? As a diehard Marvel fan myself, I have a lot I want to say, so I shall be giving you my thoughts on the reveals.
Where'd he go?
Did Marvel go all out Wednesday or what? For those of you who missed it, Marvel Studios had a 5.5-hour live stream on Wednesday showcasing 27 actors who will be appearing in the upcoming film Avengers Doomsday. So it was kind of interesting to see how they revealed these characters, with every 13 minutes them adding a new chair and playing a theme before showing who it was, which fans were very mixed on because it was only showcasing chairs and no like cool visuals or spins, and it did kind of drag out a bit. And after the live stream was done, they re-uploaded a 2-minute video showcasing all the chairs, which probably would have gained as much hype as the 5.5-hour live stream. A perfect example to showcase a lot of characters to get fans excited would be back in 2018 when Smash Bros. Ultimate was coming out, and it was revealed that every single fighter from all 4 games were coming back, and they were able to showcase more than double the amount of characters as Marvel did in their live stream in just 3 minutes. So in terms of character reveals, the Fantastic Four are all in there who were previously confirmed, so no surprises there. And some obvious ones who we all expected to see there are Thor, Sam Wilson's Captain America, Joaquin Torres as Falcon, Ant-Man, Shang-Chi, Shuri's Black Panther, and M'Baku are both coming back, which was expected. However, the first big surprise of this announcement was the return of Namor from Wakanda Forever. Given the character's rich history with the Fantastic Four in the comics, this could make for some really interesting dynamics. Bucky, Yelena, Red Guardian, Ghost, US Agent, and Sentry from Thunderbolts are all coming back. However, Taskmaster was noticeably absent from this reveal, leading fans to think that they just spoiled the movie and that Taskmaster is indeed going to die. Loki was also confirmed to be coming back, getting fans really excited because it was really up in the air whether or not he would be back given how Loki Season 2 ended. The biggest shock of this live stream was the announcement of X-Men cast members from the 2000s coming back for this movie. Beast and Professor X have already had cameos in the Multiverse Saga, and it was exciting to see them back. However, what really got fans clamoring were the announcements of Magneto, Cyclops, Nightcrawler, Mystique, and Gambit all coming back in this movie. So despite all the exciting reveals in this live stream, there were a lot of noticeably absent characters not showcased here, like Doctor Strange, Captain Marvel, Hulk, Scarlet Witch, Star-Lord, and so many others. And with the X-Men announcement, no word on Jean Grey, Storm, Iceman, Rogue, Deadpool, and Wolverine. Robert Downey Jr. did tease on Instagram that this is far from the full character lineup and that there will be more revealed at a later date. The most noticeably absent character from this lineup is Tom Holland's Spider-Man, leaving fans scratching their heads because since Spider-Man 4 comes out right after Doomsday, it only makes sense for him to appear. For all we know, Spider-Man 4 could easily be taking place simultaneously to Avengers Doomsday, where he's off doing his own thing, being the street-level hero he was set up to be in No Way Home. If he doesn't appear in Avengers Doomsday, he'll 100% be in Avengers Secret Wars, along with the returns of Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield to reunite the Spider Trio. Despite the mixed reactions, this still got fans really excited for the movie and got people talking, and I'm very excited to see what the Russo brothers have in store. That's all I have for you today. Now let's rejoin Sean at the desk.
Well, that was weird, but we're back with this week's Hollywood News Update. Snow White was a complete disaster, but EJ Gorman is joining us today to help shift the focus away.
Thanks, guys. Hollywood sure has been booming this week, and I'm very curious to hear your takes on these stories. Halle Bailey, celebrated for her standout performances in The Little Mermaid and The Color Purple, continues to expand her film career by taking on a variety of challenging and diverse roles. She is set to star alongside reggae John Page, widely recognized for his breakout role in Bridgerton, in the upcoming romantic comedy Italiana, which promises to showcase their on-screen chemistry. Directed by Kat Corio, known for her work on Marry Me, and written by Ryan Engel, the film is based on an original concept by Engel and Kristen Engel. While specific plot details remain under wraps, the project will be produced by Will Packer and Joanna Bayer through their partnership with Universal Pictures, adding another exciting collaboration to Bailey's flourishing career. Do you think casting rising stars has an impact on a movie's performance and the shape of their careers?
Yeah, no, I definitely think it's a good way to get the movie out. They're like, oh my god, I saw them in this one thing, so let's go see another. I mean, we've seen countless times that just because you have a stacked cast doesn't automatically mean you'll have a good movie. However, in terms of shaping these people's careers, I definitely do think the more movies they get casted in, the more they'll break out, and I do think it's a good stepping stone to get in the attention, because it starts off at one thing, then the next, and the next, and then before you know it, boom, they blow up.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with Michael on that one. It's definitely kind of a snowball effect, and always having a familiar face will help a movie gain at least some traction, even if they're not, the biggest star on the planet. Still, just having that recognizable face, that recognizable name, and something that says, oh yeah, I've seen them in this before, I'll go see them in this. It's kind of a, it's best of both worlds, really. More money's going to be made for the film, and these stars get more exposure. Yeah. So that's kind of my thoughts on it.
I completely agree. Seth Rogen, long celebrated for his iconic comedic roles in films like Superbad and Pineapple Express, has undergone a significant transformation in Hollywood, evolving into a multifaceted actor and producer with a knack for tackling more nuanced themes. His latest project, The Studio, sees him portraying the head of a major Hollywood production company, offering a satirical yet incisive critique of the industry's immature and cynical tendencies. The new Apple TV series delves into the systematic flaws within Hollywood, highlighting how these entrenched structures often become far more destructive than any single well-meaning individual can hope to reform. This shift from his earlier, more straightforward comedy roles to sophisticated projects with layered narratives mirrors a broader evolution in comedic landscape where humor increasingly intertwines with thoughtful commentary on societal and cultural issues. What are your thoughts on seeing actors known for comedy roles branch out to more serious ones and vice versa?
Do you want to start? Or?
Sure. I mean, it's always interesting to see, when you're used to seeing an actor in a certain type of role, see them branch out into something more serious, because it just really wows you to see, for example, Steve Carell, we used to see him in The Office being the goofy Michael Scott we all know and love, but then you see something like Vice or, what was that Apple TV show with Jennifer? The Morning Show, just you're like, wow, he can do that? So I'm all for it, and same deals go with serious. I mean, everyone's got a funny bone in them, so I mean, definitely want to see people's range. I want to see the same thing, for example, you got Jenna Ortega, who's literally the exact same in everything she's in. I mean, she's great, don't get me wrong, but I would like to see her be a little bit different instead of just being the exact same character in everything she's in. So I'm all for seeing actors branch out of different genres.
Mm. Yeah, not to copy-paste that answer, but yes, I also agree. One of the first actors I thought of as a personal favorite of mine, Jim Carrey. While he's definitely kind of kept a mix of because he's obviously known for comedy, while he's kept a mix of going back and forth between comedies and dramas and stuff like that, it feels like, he definitely wanted to expand his range, and I think that's something that he was able to do pretty successfully, even though I'm more of a fan of his comedy work. So I'm all for seeing actors try other things, because you never know, we could be pleasantly surprised. Like Nicolas Cage, you wouldn't expect him to be as good as he was in Longlegs, an absolutely creepy horror movie villain. That does not scream Nicolas Cage. So, I think my point has been proven.
Yeah, same thing goes for Adam Sandler as well. All these different actors, I do agree with all of you guys saying that. Well, guys, it truly has been a pleasure joining, and I got plenty more I could update you on, but my time at the desk is unfortunately up. Now hang on, I see that you're trying to leave early. Don't exit the stream yet, as these two has more in store for you guys after these commercial breaks, and you won't want to miss their next guests.
Reporting from the Grove for Q30 News.
Reporting from the Miller Library for Q30 News.
Reporting from the Mount Carmel campus for Q30 News. Reporting on Whitney Ave for Q30 News.
As a dad, every day is a challenge. To make sure that the time that I have, I spend with them. It doesn't matter how tired you are, you have to try to teach them. When they learn something new, and you can just see in their faces, it's such an incredible moment. It's those moments that are my favorite.
Can't believe you're doing this alone. I've done it before. I remember. You threw your back out. How you holding up? Hand me that board. Nothing wrong with getting help. I'm good. I did it when Felicia left. I'll figure it out. I know you will, but you don't have to do it alone. That's all I'm saying. If I promise to look into it, will you drop it and help me build this fence? Now you need my help. It can be a real pain sometimes, you know that? Mm-hmm.
If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach.
This week, Sean and I are playing a game of console consultant with our host, Nick Wapaya.
Thanks, guys. Video games have been a staple in entertainment for over half a century and has brought so many people together. And I hope you guys know your games because I'm about to quiz you.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
Let's do this.
All right, let's do it.
So, what Sega console was Sonic the Hedgehog, 1991, developed for? Was it A, SG-1000, B, Sega Genesis, C, Pico, or D, Dreamcast?
Genesis!
That is correct. It is B, Genesis. Question 2. What is the name of Dr. Eggman's vehicle of choice? Is it A, the PT Cruiser, B, the Scrambler, C, the Sunny Ride Up, or D, the Eggmobile?
D, Eggmobile.
Eggmobile.
That's a point for Sean. All right, question 3. How many quills does Sonic have? Ooh. All right, is it A, 8? Is it B, 4? Is it C, 12? Or is it D, 2?
You got that one.
8.
The answer is A, 8. All right, let's see here.
I'm noticing a theme with these questions.
Yeah, we got a lot of Sonic questions.
So was
here.
this on purpose?
Now get ready for this one. Question 4. What was the first Mario game released on the original Wii? Was it A, Super Mario Galaxy, B, Super Paper Mario, C, Mario Kart, or D, Yoshi Safari?
I think it was Super Paper Mario, if I'm not mistaken.
Mario Galaxy.
Was it Galaxy?
It's B, Super Paper Mario.
Yes! Okay.
Yeah. Question 5. What did Sega make before video games? Is it A, candy, B, bicycles, C, furniture, or D, slot machines?
I think I'm gonna go with slot machines.
That is correct. It is D, slot machines.
I just did not know that at all.
And
cool.
finally, question number 6 before we get to the discussion. What character is not in Super Smash Bros. 64? Is it A, Jigglypuff, B, Link, C, Bowser, or D, Ness?
Bowser.
That is correct.
He actually was supposed to be in the original
Yeah, he
game,
was.
but he had to come along with Mewtwo, King Dedede, and several others.
Yeah, I think it was from storage issues, right?
No, I think it was just time constraints mainly.
Yeah, I'm pretty
but he was the first character they had in Melee.
I'm pretty sure he was supposed to be the final boss, and then again time constraints, so they instead threw in Master Hand.
Right. Because that's why they put him in Melee, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
Anyways, what is your favorite video game developer? Discuss.
I'm not sure about a specific developer, but I mean, I grew up with Nintendo, so Nintendo as a whole, I have so many fond memories of Mario, Smash Bros, Kirby, Zelda, Pokemon. However, my favorite video game character is probably Sonic the Hedgehog. I just love him. He's a free spirit, has a great catalog of characters. I just love Sonic.
Yeah. While I am a pretty big Sonic fan myself, I'd have to go with Nintendo as my favorite developer. Mario was the first video game series I really, really got into, and it's always been a quality series. It's always been a good time. I can always look to Mario and expect something good.
Yeah, Mario's is always a safe bet when it comes to video games.
Mario's always a safe bet, but recently I've been getting into the Insomniac Games catalog on PlayStation, so, yep.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, I know we've had a lot of fun today, but all this talk of video games kind of makes me want to go play some, so I'm going to make the call and say that's all the time that we have left today for this episode of #that.
Make sure to follow us on our social media accounts to stay up to date.
I'm Milo Katz-Flynn.
And I'm Sean Volukovic. From the producers, talent, and everyone working hard behind the scenes, thank you for watching #that, and we will see you again next week.